Hello everyone, this is Nora from Astropositive, and I'm here to tell you the news about the month that we're just starting now, which is November 2025. So this time it's going to be a little bit different, I must say, because last week has been very challenging to say the least. I spent a horrible week, so I didn't have real time to prepare as I usually do. So now I'm going to just do it improvise it on the spot for you. I have the raw data, so I suppose we can dive in straight. So November is going to be a really dynamic month where many things will shift on many different planes because there is lots of planetary movement. Planets changing direction, going from retrograde to direct and from direct to retrograde, and also planets changing signs. So, most of the movement will occur across the Scorpio-Sagittarius cusp, but the overall Scorpio-Sagittarius balance will remain the same because while Sun and Mars are leaving Scorpio, Venus and Mercury are entering it. So let's start with the Sun that goes into Sagittarius on the 23rd. Okay, so the first 3 weeks of the month of November, it will still be in Scorpio. Then for the last week, it will be in Sagittarius. Well, while the Sun is in Scorpio, we all know it's Scorpio season. We just had Halloween. Actually, happy Halloween, everyone. And while it is in Scorpio, well, the atmosphere can feel quite heavy. Heavy and loaded with very strong feelings that are stemming from the depth of the being. So whatever we feel it intensely. There is this life or death flavor to it. So when it goes afterwards into Sagittarius, it'll be like a ray of sunshine. Optimism will be back. Everybody will be thinking of holidays. Well, there is the Christmas holiday coming, and well, quite soon, a month from then. So life will not feel like it's so hard after all. So let us all rejoice for a lightening of the load. Mercury, on the other hand, it is already in Sagittarius, and it will go retrograde on the 10th. As I already mentioned in my previous video, Mercury retrograde, it's a classic, so we can expect lots of troubles in things ruled by Mercury, so like any kind of exchange, communication, transport, traffic, traveling, buying and selling, any kind of exchange, and anything related also to informatics communication through the media, because whatever is electronics and informatics is also ruled by Mercury. So we should expect lots of breakdowns of software, for instance. Also, we should expect, in principle, a revising of our attitudes. So whatever decisions we took while Mercury was in its shadow zone, so right now, for instance, and up to the 10th, we should expect these decisions to undergo revision when it is retrograde. The idea is that we shouldn't take any major decisions right now. We shouldn't sign any contracts. We shouldn't buy any important things, expensive things online right now, because probably they will get lost in the post, or there will be some misunderstandings over contracts, or anyway, we're not in possession of the full info. So the little bits of information that will come back to us during Mercury retrograde, they will change the picture entirely. So we would better do, to take a step back and try to go over whatever is left undone from the past, and try to catch up with work, putting the finishing touches, perfect things that needed perfection. So just be aware that we're going to change our mind later. People from the past can also show up on our doorstep, in our media feed, in the news feed, whatever, and there are still lingering issues that we are supposed to fix, that are waiting to be resolved right now. Everything is a bit in a state of flux, you see. So when Mercury will pass from Sagittarius to Scorpio, this will happen on the 20th, the overall atmosphere, mental atmosphere will change. So we'll be going from, the confident, optimistic, happy-go-lucky state of mind of Sagittarius, to the more intense, focused, driven state of mind of Scorpio. Well, it's great to focus, huh? Scorpio is a great sign to focus on things and push things to the end, you know, achieve what we have in mind. But on the other hand, it doesn't make for a very light atmosphere. So we should try to keep our sense of humor and keep things in proportion, even though we have such an intense focus on what doesn't work. Okay, now for Venus. So Venus is right now in Libra, and it will go into Scorpio on the 7th. So one small week in Libra still, and then on to Scorpio. So with Venus in Libra, we had political correctness, nice manners, niceties, compromise, and all this will give way to raw passion, desire, upfront sexuality, confrontations also. We will have quite a bit of power struggles in relationships. So relationships will undergo a heavy transformation, because Scorpio is like the sign of the phoenix. It's rising from the ashes. And so will our relationships do the same. With Mars into Sagittarius now on the 5th, so it goes from Scorpio to Sagittarius again. Well, in Scorpio, it was loaded a little bit with negative emotions. Of course, it was in its own sign, because Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So it felt good in that sign. It felt efficient, like it had power, you know. But there was quite a bit of negativity also. Now we should leave behind, you know, the revenge, the envy, the jealousy, the relentless obsession. And we should go on toward new territory, with a sense of purposeful expansion, which is very appropriate for Sagittarius. It's like turning the page and starting a new chapter with confidence, you know, going for greener pastures at the horizon. During this time, Jupiter is still in Cancer, but it will change direction, and it will go retrograde on the 12th. With this, we will be revisiting emotions from the past, maybe revisiting a chapter that's starting around mid-August, perhaps. And all these issues will be relived, reconsidered. It's like, you know, reassessing our emotional state, and see what we should keep in order to be able to move on. Especially emotions linked to security, to what makes us safe, to what makes us feel at home. Emotions linked to family, to roots, to nurturing the loved ones around us. So it's still a very empathetic, caring atmosphere, but we're a bit, you know, holding back, maybe turning all this empathy and care towards ourselves a little bit, and also reconsider where we directed our affection so far, in order maybe to achieve a better result when it will turn direct again. Saturn and Neptune are both in Pisces. Well, Saturn is changing also direction, and it goes direct on the 29th of October. So maybe the dive within for Saturn is coming to an end, and we are ready to undertake the new task ahead, because Saturn will soon cross again into Aries. And when in Aries, especially when crossing that the Aries cusp at 0 degrees, it's really like stepping into a new chapter. Because in Pisces, it was a bit, you know, turned inwards, and thinking about, you know, how to prepare, the inner preparation for the new role that we are called to play. And when Saturn will step into Aries, we will be called to take on a new responsibility, a new role in life, you know. Maybe it's going to feel a little bit heavy, but now with all the preparation from Pisces, we should be able to take on this. Uranus also. Uranus is back in Taurus, because Uranus is retrograde since quite some time, and it will be back in Taurus on the 9th. With Uranus in Gemini, we had a first taste of what it will be like in the next 7 years. In Gemini, it was all about, you know, new ideas, new communication, new movement, surprising news, artificial intelligence, actually, as a matter of fact. Well, now with Uranus back in Taurus, it will be once more a question of material issues, material resources, maybe a lack of them. We can expect also fluctuations in the stock exchange, because values are going to be quite reassessed, and there will be maybe financial upheaval. Reassessing values and assets are the keywords, really, with Uranus back in Taurus. Also, it will be a matter of self-value, a matter of what we value most in our life. So all this will undergo a process of revision, refocusing on things. This month also, we will have, as every month, we will have a full moon and then a new moon. And first we will have this full moon. It will happen on the 5th of November. It will happen on the Taurus-Scorpio axis, and it won't make many aspects. Actually, the only valid aspect of this full moon will be a sextile to the North Node in Pisces. And this is supposed to help us get back on track with our destined future. This should make us ready to embrace whatever the future has in store for us. Like a new chapter is awaiting, as I said also with Saturn in soon to come in Aries. And this new chapter is awaiting our full investment, you see. The same day, we will have a Mars opposition, exact opposition to Uranus. And this is quite a disruptive aspect. So we will have quite a double crisis. See, the full moon also signals a crisis, brings things to a head. And Mars opposite Uranus can bring quite a sudden or overwhelming, ending or event that will put an end of things. That will put an end to the current state of affairs. It will be a crisis, especially of values and possessions, and with Uranus soon to pass into Taurus. So that would be the crisis brought along by the full moon. And on the other hand, with Mars opposite Uranus, we're going to have a disruptive willful action. So maybe a propensity to accidents, especially while traveling. It will be a tense start of the month, to be sure. Then on to the new moon in Scorpio. The overall theme of the chart is overwhelmingly watery. We still have a big focus on the water element. So we should be feeling like we are swimming in a sea of emotion. This new moon will be conjunct Mercury retrograde. So it will all be about rethinking past issues and communicating about them also. This is tied in a water grand trine with Jupiter, trine, Saturn, Neptune. The new moon being the other angle. So that means lots of emotions, like the whole spectrum of it, but they will be running in closed circuit with a grand water trine. It will feel like inescapable. We won't have a way out of this grand trine. So in fact, it's also a kite with Uranus at the apex. Uranus is leading the movement, so unexpected twists and turns and radical turnarounds can happen. The new moon is also at the Venus-Mars midpoint, which means it's especially concerned with relationship issues, and opposite Uranus at the same time, and conjunct Mercury at the same time. So you see, it's quite an intricate figure, quite an intricate combination. That suppose a lot of restlessness, of gear changing, a lot of unpredictable energy with Uranus. I think communication about relationship matters, love matters, will be crucial, and it will embody this Uranus unpredictable energy. So it will happen in Scorpio. So it's got again a life or death feeling about it. We will see things in extreme terms. So it's going to be black or white, yes or no, light or dark. And this moon is also conjunct Black Moon Lilith. So this is the cherry on the cake. So sexual taboos, the outcast woman, sexuality issues of all kind, the forbidden fruit, all these notions will feature strongly. The thing or person that we cannot have is precisely what we desire so much, that we are attracted to and are driven to possess. This new moon will also, probably highlight a loss, an empty space in our hearts somewhere, a place where we fear to tread because of the Black Moon Lilith, that also, apart from the sexuality issues, also signals things that we cannot possess, that we cannot have, that are missing in our lives. But it is included in the grand trine, so probably we can deal with it, at least in emotional terms, and process it emotionally in a harmonious manner. Okay, so this month we will see quite a few planetary transits that are meaningful. So all the Sagittarius planets, all the planets entering Sagittarius, like Sun, Venus, and also Mercury that is still in Sagittarius, will be opposing Uranus and trining Pluto, because we still have this, this Uranus-Pluto trine. So it will be an electric atmosphere that won't let us rest. That is also geared with Pluto towards becoming more powerful, you know, more power, a wider perspective. The same Sagittarius planets also activate the Jupiter-Saturn trine. And this trine in water is about having one's life in balance, you know, trusting that we are adopting the right course of action and enjoying our full abilities and being in full possession of our means, maybe on the financial side. And in turn, they will form a grand water trine, each of them. So we will remain immersed in our feelings. That's what I titled my previous video, because already the grand trine, the water trine, was in action. So we will remain immersed in our feelings for the best part of the month. Harmonious feelings, to be sure, but also deeply involved ones. And as I said, there is no way out of the trine, so we will get stuck in our feelings for the whole month. Okay, so now let's look at what the month has in store for each sign. I will go through each sign in one after the other. So let's start with Aries. Aries ruler is Mars, as we all know, and Mars is going from Scorpio to Sagittarius, is crossing into Sagittarius on the 5th, which means that Aryan people will go from feeling, well, empowered, strong, driven, but with a sense of grim determination, you know, to achieve at all costs, to win at all costs. They will go from that to Sagittarius state of mind, which is more relaxed, you know, more optimistic, more, you know, a happier, lighter tone will prevail. And we will see new horizons, and we will be called to go there in order to explore and see something else. See maybe the grass is greener on the other side. During all this time, and actually for already the whole year back and for another few months to come, Chiron is still in Aries, which means Aryan people are not feeling their best. Maybe they feel a little bit not up to the task. Maybe they feel a little bit vulnerable and are showing it. Maybe some old wounds are still hurting. We are all supposed to, you know, be conscious of this, actually, to show our wounds in order to be able to maybe to heal them, or if not to heal them, to accept them, you know, at least. And also by doing this, by becoming more aware of our own vulnerability and weak spots, we will be able to show more empathy to others. So Aries can open itself, well, open its heart more to others. Jupiter from Cancer is sending a square to Aries. It's sending a square that will happen in the 4th house, which means, well, strong feelings of attachment to roots, to family, strong feelings of caring, but it's still a square, so it's going to feel a little bit overwhelming, or maybe, you know, hard to digest. Maybe some conflicts still are stemming from the family matters that may go back quite a long way in the past. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, which means they are in Aries' 12th house, and that means that some subconscious issues are still weighing down on Aries spirits. They won't feel very, very excited or optimistic. Maybe a little bit of a defeatist streak will be there. Well, pessimism, Maybe we will see the glass half empty. Then with Uranus going from Gemini to Taurus, meaning going from the 3rd house to the 2nd house, in the beginning of the month, the accent will be put on communication, discussions with neighbors, with the siblings. It's going to be quite an animated start of the month. And then it will go on to the second house, and issues of money will come to the forefront. Maybe some surprise income or some surprise losses. Both are possible with Uranus, and we'll never know. Pluto at the same time is in Aquarius, and it will be then in the 11th house of Aries, meaning, well, some important dealings with friends. Maybe friends are undergoing, friendships are undergoing a crisis. Maybe some close friends go through a difficult period in their lives and they need support. Maybe we get in touch with some powerful people that we make some interesting connections that are able to support us in our, to achieve our aims. The moon will be in Aries on the 3rd and 4th of November, and also at the end of the month on the 29th and 30th. These days, it's going to be 4 days, so Aries is lucky in that respect in November. With the moon in Aries, Aries people will feel more like themselves, They will feel energetic, clear-headed, they know what they want, and they're after it to get it. Okay, so now for the dates, specific dates. Well, starting with the not so nice ones. On the 16th, Mars will make an aspect a friction aspect to Chiron, meaning probably our efforts won't achieve what we expect them to achieve. Maybe we will feel a little bit, weak, ineffective. But that will soon change, because on the 18th, Mars is making a nice aspect to Jupiter, and efficiency is back, and optimism is back as well. Okay, there are some dates that show quite a lot of tension, which can be a two-sided weapon. Maybe some good will come out of all this tension. So on the 12th, Mercury will be conjunct Mars. Quite a tense day, nervous day, with quite a lot of incisive communication, and maybe quite a lot of going back and forth, moving around, quite an animated day. On the 4th, we have this Mars opposing Uranus, so this is quite a major influence. Be careful not to get into accidents. Be careful not to cut yourself, hurt yourself, hurt others actually, because your temper could run quite high. Luckily, Mars will also make a trine to Neptune, and that will soften a little bit the atmosphere, but it won't protect us from any accidents that can happen. It will just add an idealistic tone to it. On the 6th, Mars is sextile Pluto, so, Aries people will feel quite strong-willed, ready for action, ready to go for it, which is so typical Aries anyway. Mars is again making a hard, semi-hard aspect to Pluto on the 27th. So again, quite an interesting day, quite a high energy expenditure on that day, on the 27th. And on the 21st, the moon is conjunct Mars. So it's again a great day for Aries, actually, when the feelings and the actions are in balance, and we say what we think and we do what we say, and there's an inner harmony, let's say. Okay, now for Taurus. Taurus ruler is Venus, as we all know. So Venus will go from Libra, its own sign, to Scorpio on the 7th. While in Libra, Taurus people will feel quite in harmony with themselves. Their interactions with others will be quite pleasant, and they will be quite well received. They will be considered quite nice people, nice to have at a party, nice to talk to. People that can lend a compassionate ear or hand for help. But then when Venus goes into Scorpio, it's actually the sign opposite Taurus, and relationship issues will crop up. Peace is no longer available. It's hard to say because it's still Venus we are talking about. But this is highlighting the opposition. It's me versus you. It's us versus them. So if there are some relationship disagreements, they will for sure manifest themselves after the 7th. During this time, Taurus will, Uranus will come back into Taurus on the 9th. As I said, Uranus is retrograde, is going back into Taurus. And with Uranus in their sign, Taurians of the last degrees, of the very end of the sign, will feel quite disrupted and excited at the same time. Quite nervous also. It's an exhausting influence, Uranus, as we all know, because it can bring anything from good news to extremely bad ones, panic attacks, excitement, restlessness, you name it, anything but peace. So anything unexpected, there it comes. It will be the last time that Uranus will be in Taurus for most Taurians, because the whole cycle of Uranus takes 84 years. So these are the last months that they will feel this Uranian influence. Jupiter in Cancer is making a sextile to Taurus from their 3rd house, which means the domain of communication, writing, self-expression, learning also, and communicating with neighbors, siblings, family, you name it, actually. All these domains are protected. So Jupiter's influence is very favorable and also expansive. So expect a lot of this, a lot of exchange, communication, movement going on, and with favorable results. At the same time, Saturn and Neptune are also sextiling Taurus, but from the 11th house. Well, it's still Saturn-Neptune, which is not a great combination for high spirits, but it's still a good influence because it's a steadying influence. With Saturn there, we can expect steady friendships, loyalty, maybe friends from the past coming back with Neptune retrograde. Uranus will be, on the other hand, going from the 2nd house of Taurus to the 1st. So at the beginning of the month, up until the 9th, money issues will be at the forefront, and change in income, for instance, change in expenses. And then after the 9th, Uranus is on the 1st house, as I said. So we can expect all this disruptive influence to exert itself at the very core of Taurian lives. Maybe also on the physical level. Maybe a change in appearance. Maybe, a change in style. Change in expression style. Who knows? Now is the time to feel free to express yourself. Be independent. Be your own person. With Pluto in Aquarius, this is making a square actually to Taurus from the 10th house of career, which means career-wise, maybe the promotion will come through, because Pluto, well, it will be there for quite a long time, so it's quite a long-lasting influence. I'm not saying that this month it's going to happen, but it's still a good month actually to aim high in career and try to ask for promotion, try to go bigger actually, to see big, to have a greater ambition. The moon will be in Taurus from the 4th to the 6th, so great time for Taurians to be themselves at this time. Now for the specific dates. So, on the 25th, great day for romance. Romance, having a nice time, maybe writing something if you are a writer or you are creative. The 25th is going to be a very creative, romantic, and agreeable day, with Mercury conjunct Venus. And the moon will be conjunct Venus on the 19th, so again, a great day to relax, to enjoy, creature comforts and physical pleasures, and also feel quite happy overall. Other great days, maybe the 19th, because on the 19th, Venus is trine the nodes, meaning a very social day where we feel like hanging out with friends. And also the 26th, when Venus will be trining Jupiter and Saturn. And that will be an excellent day, actually, to reconsider one's feelings and get to understand them and get to know what exactly is important for us and what's the way forward in relationship and love matters, especially. Also a great day just to feel prosperous and enjoy whatever money can buy. On the 2nd, so right now in November, Venus is squaring Jupiter. Venus is squaring Jupiter, which is a nice, expansive, happy happy tendency, well, happy influence. But on the other hand, it's also opposite Chiron, which means love hurts, you know. This is a typical transit for that. Relationships are in a state of vulnerability, and you are not feeling your best in that respect. On the 3rd, again, Venus is making a quincunx to Saturn, so some constraints have to be resolved, and some obstacles have to be left behind, because for sure you don't feel yourself. You don't feel free to do whatever you please in relationships. On the 6th, some ideals will crumble, also in romantic matters. And some disruptive events also can happen because of Uranus there in quincunx. Then on the 8th, really a tumultuous day in terms of feelings terms, with Venus square Pluto. So we might, Taurian people might also feel that on the 8th, they might feel more possessive, maybe more jealous. Love will feel more intense, and also perhaps more hurtful. On the 15th, also not a great day, because it's Venus is going to be square Saturn. So again, some friction, some discontent. Well, nothing major, but still something that is irking us. On the 18th, some disappointment in love, perhaps, because there's a square to Neptune there. So yeah, some unsatisfaction, some longing. Then on the 19th, as I said, great day for having a great time with people, with friends. 26th as well, as I said. And on the 30th, expect the unexpected. Venus is opposite Uranus. So actually watch out, because you will be quite reactive, and try not to get into a breakup without really consider things before, and really reflecting on the outcome, perhaps. Especially as Mercury will be just turning direct at that time. Venus will also be trining Neptune on the same day, so still romance could be in the air. Maybe a get-together instead of a breakup in the end. Okay, now on to Gemini. Gemini ruler is Mercury, and Mercury is going retrograde this month. The great news of this month is going retrograde on the 10th. And we'll be going from Sagittarius to Scorpio on the 20th. So quite some change for Gemini people. It will be going actually, so the ruler will be going from Sagittarius, where it has an optimistic view, world view, and energetic, optimistic, fueled up, and it will go then into Scorpio, where it is quite low-spirited. It's not a great sign for Mercury to be in, because it doesn't come naturally to Mercury, all this intensity, all this passion that is going on in Scorpio. So Gemini people should go likewise from feeling, no cares in the world, to actually there's a lot at stake and a lot to fight for. Uranus in their sign, it will still be there till the 9th, and so Gemini from the very first degrees of the sign will sense this tense, unsteady atmosphere. Then Uranus will go into the 12th house, and in the 12th house it will still, the unsteadiness and the disruption will still be there, but it will be more internalized and less experienced on the material level, on the outside. Jupiter is in Gemini's 2nd house in Cancer, and this is great news for finances. So great news for getting a bigger income, maybe making some important buys, who knows. Maybe you will invest in your home, redecorating your home, because Jupiter is in Cancer after all. Saturn, Neptune in Pisces are squaring Gemini from the 10th house, and with this, ambitions in the career maybe will not be fulfilled this month, because Saturn, Neptune, as we know, it's a bit dispiriting. It's a little bit defeatist. It's a little bit sad influence. And in the 10th house, it might signal that we are not so happy with our career. We need to change, but we are not yet able to because Saturn and Neptune are both retrograde. So it's more a matter of really considering what doesn't go well at work in order to, or with our public image, our status, in order to be able to change it when they both go direct, and especially when they turn into Aries in next February. Okay, so Uranus I was telling you about, and Pluto in Aquarius is making a trine to Gemini from the 9th house then. And with Pluto in the 9th, so matters of worldview, beliefs, faith, maybe religious faith, are really important and are undergoing a transformation. We are learning things, and our mind is open to new realities, new truths, perhaps. And we can also perhaps travel. Well, Gemini can travel, and this travel will expand their worldview, expand their horizon, and make them understand new things. The moon will be in Gemini from the 6th to the 8th, so great day to feel yourself and to do whatever you please and feel the independence. Okay, now for Cancer. Well, Cancer has Jupiter in its own sign. Great news, because, well, it is great news for quite some time. Actually, Jupiter is staying in one sign for 1 year. So for the whole year, Cancer people will feel this Jupiterian influence. They will feel more generous, more optimistic, more expansive, also more philosophical, because Jupiter always adds a touch of philosophy to it, to anything it touches. Jupiter will turn retrograde on the 12th, so all this, generosity, good feelings, empathy, caring, will be turned towards, well, inward, toward oneself, and maybe we'll take better care of ourselves. Maybe we will take better care of what we eat, for instance, and start a new diet, because Jupiter is in Cancer. That has to do with food. And we will also take better care of our environment, home environment, our family. We will strengthen family ties. Saturn, Neptune, that are in Pisces, will make a trine to Cancer from the 9th house, which means perhaps, well, travel is not indicated, because they are both retrograde, and with Neptune there, something is not quite clear, quite right, and with Saturn there, our expectations will not be met, most likely. Perhaps our beliefs are letting us down. Perhaps we have to reconsider this, because they're no longer sustaining us, supporting us. Uranus from Gemini to Taurus goes then from the 12th house to the 11th house. So in the 12th house, there was this inner restlessness that Cancerians could have, and maybe some unexpected health news have reached them. When Uranus will go into Taurus in the 11th, it will enliven the social life. So new acquaintances, new friend circle, new social events that one wasn't in the habit to attend. So now we can attend, you see. So it's a very animated social life with Uranus back into Taurus. Pluto in Aquarius is in Cancer's 8th house, meaning quite a lot of highlighting the intimacy issues. So maybe sexuality issues, maybe whatever we choose to share with our partner is undergoing a transformation. Also matters of therapy are highlighted. So maybe there are some heavy health issues that need to be addressed and need to be cured with Pluto there, because Pluto means also survival, you see. And in the 8th house, therapy for survival is indicated. Also, money issues as well. Maybe if you are in debt, this debt will start to be really compelling you to pay back whatever you owe. And on the other hand as well, whatever is due to you, you should expect back. Okay, it's more difficult to discuss about good and bad dates for Cancer, because as we all know, Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon is changing quite quickly from one aspect to another, from one sign to another, and so does Cancerian moods. But we can still pinpoint a few days in the month. So, for instance, on the 1st, So today, the moon is conjunct the nodes. Great day for meeting people, to talking to people, working as a team, maybe doing team sports, whatever, you name it. On the 2nd, the moon is conjunct Saturn Neptune. Our spirits take a dip, because with Saturn Neptune we focus on what's not going well, on what we don't have. There is some discontent, there is some disappointment perhaps there, a disillusionment. Then on the 4th, the moon is conjunct Chiron, and with Chiron there's our sensitive spots are being triggered, actually. Our vulnerability is there, and we can also perhaps lash out in retaliation to people who we feel they hurt us. On the 5th, the moon is opposite the sun, so we have this full moon that I was talking about, so quite an intense day. And then on the 6th, the moon is opposite Uranus and, conjunct Uranus and opposite Mars. And that will be quite one of the most explosive days of the month. Lots of intensity. Let's all try and not get triggered on that day, because, tempers will run high. On the 10th, on the contrary, the moon will conjunct Jupiter and make a trine to Saturn, so that is a nice day. A nice day with lots of good feelings, lots of confidence. We can feel that actually we can deal with this. We are up to it. We are in possession of all means necessary in order to achieve what we want. On the 19th, a very nice, sentimental, romantic day with the moon conjunct Venus and trine the nodes. So again, nice get-togethers, maybe expressing our love to someone, expressing our feelings, maybe enjoying a nice book, a nice movie, a nice candlelit dinner, whatever. Okay, on the 20th again, so another very tense day, because the moon will be opposing Uranus and it will be also a new moon. So actually we can, it's a very unpredictable day, a very tense day when nerves are stretched to the limit. And probably we can expect quite a lot of breakdowns of appliances, transportation. Don't make any plans for that day because they're going to change. Then again, on the 21st, the moon will be conjunct Mars, because Mars, moved a little bit from the full moon to the new moon. And it will also be conjunct Juno, which rules relationships, committed relationships. And on the 21st, so it's going to be quite an energetic day. Lots of drive, lots of passion. But on the other hand, with the moon conjunct Juno, all this passion and drive will be directed towards committed relationships. And there's an edge to that, because Mars is not a peaceful planet. So, okay, we are motivated, but maybe we are motivated to stir up a crisis also. So watch out for that. On the 25th, the moon is conjunct Pluto. So emotions run deep. We're going to take a deep dive within ourselves in order to understand what's really motivating us, what is hidden below the surface. And we can, display quite a lot of survival instincts. And when in a conflict or a battle of wills, we will fight to the end. We will be really deeply involved in whatever we do. On the 28th, the moon is again conjunct. Well, it's conjunct the nodes, and this is quite nice because it's the north node, and which means we will take a step towards our future. We will take a step in the good direction, the direction that is meant for us, and we will do this with a group of people, in a group. It's a very good day actually for socializing. On the 29th, a conjunction to Saturn, Neptune again. So again, a little dip. Maybe a fleeting depression there. So it's a bit of a test of confidence there. Now on to Leo. Leo, as we know, is ruled by the sun. So Leo people will be especially happy to learn that the sun is coming into Sagittarius now, because this is a sign that's in a trine, also a fire sign, a fellow fire sign, and perhaps the zest for life is back for Leos. Actually, the sun is going from Scorpio to Sagittarius on the 23rd only. So the first 3 weeks of the month is Scorpio season, which means for Leos, routine, basically. No, sorry, actually routine at home, because the sun is in their fourth house. And in the fourth house in Scorpio, which means also some disagreements at home, perhaps some health issues for family members, perhaps some current actually construction work at home or repair work at home, because Scorpio is a sign also concerned with repair and fixing things. And all this should change then on the 23rd, because the sun will move on to Sagittarius, and it will come, so to speak, in Leo's fifth house. Fifth house of recreation, hobbies, sports, romantic affairs, actually, and also kids and anything concerning kids. So playgrounds, huh? You think play and playgrounds. So actually, it's especially Leo's domain there. Huh? They are great in putting up a show and having a good time, and making also everyone around them have a good time, entertaining, you know. So they don't fear to appear childish themselves, because they enjoy so much play and having a good time. Okay, so there are no planets in Leo sign. Jupiter in Cancer is in Leo's 12th house, and there it acts a little bit like a guardian angel. Huh? So it's there to guard them for whatever negativity might come their way, and also to help them keep their spirits high and their confidence levels high, as it fits a Leo. Saturn and Neptune in Pisces are in Leo's 8th house. So maybe there are some troubles with other people's money, which means taxes, insurance, debts, you see. So in those respects, maybe all of a sudden Leo have to pay their taxes, have to pay back their debts. Maybe an inheritance is not coming, or when it comes, it's disappointing. You see what I mean. And maybe, well, intimacy is not going so well, and you know, the sharing with the partner is not going so well. Uranus from Gemini to Taurus, so it goes from Leo's 11th house to the 10th house. While it is in 11th house, it will make for a very lively social life, and maybe it will help renew the friend circle. And when it goes into the 10th house, of course, it will bring quite some changes in Leo's career and public status, public image. So if you need to change the place of work, if you need to change careers, switch jobs, whatever, now is the time to do it. Take advantage of Uranus in Taurus for the next 3 months, I think. Well, all these changes might feel a little bit challenging, because it's a square after all, from Taurus to Leo. But sometimes, you know, change is overdue, and it's good to pluck up the courage to do it. Pluto, on the other hand, in Aquarius, is in Leo's 7th house of partnerships, and that can make for quite a heavy atmosphere in relationships. So some conflicts with the partner, perhaps. Some conflicts of who is wearing the trousers in the couple, who is making the decisions. It's a bit of a one-up to the other. So expect some power struggles, maybe, perhaps. Also, you can expect getting into partnerships with some influential people, with people who can promote your best interests. This would be the positive side of it. The moon is in Leo from the 10th to the 12th, and these are the days of the month when Leo can really shine. Now for the specific dates. On the 2nd, not such a great day, because the sun is sesquisquare Saturn, and this makes for a little bit of frustration and discontent. And then on the 6th, it's sesquisquare Neptune, which can be quite a, well, tiresome day. You will feel a bit out of sorts, a bit, well, lacking energy. But then on the 8th, we will catch up, because the sun is trying the nodes, and now you feel you're on the right track. You're ready to see people, do things with people, and be back to your joyful, usual self. On the 15th, again, quincunx to Chiron, which means maybe you accept some vulnerability of yours, and you can overcome it. you know, you will accept it. You say, okay, I am hurt there, it hurts, but doesn't matter, I'm still going on. On the 17th, great day, because the Sun is completing the grand trine to Jupiter and Saturn, and which means great day for, you know, having your emotions in check and also experiencing happy emotions. Happy, nice, balanced, harmonious emotions, you know, together with others perhaps. Feeling confident in the future, feeling confident that you possess everything you need. On the 20th, great day for communication, for interacting with others, for exchanges, buying and selling, traveling also. And on the 21st, maybe you will surprise everyone with a surprise move, you know, because the Sun is opposite Uranus. Maybe others will surprise you. This is also possible, but still, the Sun represents you, and you are taking the decision, the unexpected decision, to actually act independent and follow your heart. On the 21st also the Sun is trining Neptune, which means you'll be quite inspired. So whatever you do on the 21st, it will be surprising, disruptive perhaps, but also inspired and well-intended as well. On the 23rd, the Sun is sextile Pluto, which means you feel in great shape, you feel full power, you will be able to be influential and persuasive as well. On the 30th, you end the month on a not so great tone, because the Sun is sesquisquare Chiron, so again, a little bit of not feeling really up to it, not feeling your best. Okay, Virgo now. So Virgo ruler is Mercury, and as I said before, Mercury is going retrograde from Sagittarius to Scorpio on the 20th, and retrograde on the 10th. So that means for Virgo that they are going from a Sagittarius state of mind for the first 3 weeks of the month to a Scorpio state of mind on the last 10 days. So Sagittarius, being a very, you know, happy, nonchalant, happy-go-lucky sign, and optimistic, and you know, aiming for wider horizons, and this happening in the 4th house of Virgo. That means that probably Virgo are undergoing, you know, home repair, probably, you know, fixing things at home, probably trying to embellish their home as well. And overall, they start the month with a very optimistic outview. Actually, afterwards, when the Mercury goes into Scorpio, that will mean it goes into their 3rd house, and with a Scorpio focus. Meaning communication will be loaded with meaning, loaded with subterranean, actually, currents of meaning. And maybe manipulation will happen there as well. Some intense debate will go on, perhaps with the siblings or in their close environment. And it will feel like a battle of wills, like a battle of ideas, perhaps. Jupiter in Cancer is sextiling Virgo from the 11th house, and this is great for social life, friendships, actually making plans as well, because the 11th house is all about projects, about projecting oneself in the future. And with Jupiter there, so the Virgo people can expand their circle of friends. They also can expand on their plans for the future, and maybe aim higher and expect more. Virgo's weak point is actually their modesty, because they're analytical. They're concerned with the detail, with everything being in the right place at the right time. But sometimes they can lack, you know, the overall picture. And with Jupiter there in the 11th, that will be of tremendous help. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, and in Pisces, that means they're in opposition to Virgo. Opposition means 7th house, meaning significant other, close partnerships, and especially love relationships. So Saturn Neptune, as I used to tell, it's not such a great influence, because it's a bit pessimistic, and it's also a bit disappointing, disillusioning, to say the least. So in the 7th house, which means partnerships will not go so great for Virgo. Maybe they have to discover some hidden flaws in their partner. Maybe their business partner is is perhaps letting them down or cheating on them, God forbid. Or, you see, there are some secrets that come to light that are not welcome, to say the least. So this dissatisfaction is lingering there, because Saturn and Neptune are both retrograde and will be in Pisces for again some time. It will all be resolved when Saturn and Neptune together will cross into Aries in February. Uranus is going from Gemini to Taurus, which means it goes from the 10th house to the 9th house of Virgo. With Uranus in the 10th house, it's a square, but that means it's revolutionizing the professional status, career status, or maybe the public image of Virgo. So it started to do so because it just took its first steps into Gemini, Uranus, and now it's going back into Pisces. So okay, you got a tentative approach of career matters and change in maybe job direction, but now it's still not the time for it, and Uranus is going back into the 9th house. So maybe you need to prepare more for it. Maybe you need to go back to school and undergo follow some courses, some lectures, get some new diplomas. Maybe your worldview needs to be changed. No, your beliefs needs to be changed. Maybe your spiritual life you need to work on it a little bit more for the next 3 months before you decide to take that bold step and turn around your career. Pluto for Virgo is in Aquarius in the 6th house, meaning quite a lot of transformation going on in terms of daily routine, health routine. Perhaps you need to take on better habits, diet habits, maybe get rid of your sedentary lifestyle and start to work more. Maybe you need to, I don't know, it's in Aquarius, which means perhaps cognitive training, intellectual training, getting informed on matters. As I said, going back to school perhaps. So Virgo needs to learn more and take care of their life routine, basically, in order to be their best selves, their best version of self, to be able to maybe, reorient their career, as I said before with Uranus. The moon will be in Virgo from the 13th to the 15th, so in the middle of the month. Great day for being your full self, reaching your full potential, Virgo. And as regards the dates, it will be a little bit the same message that I sent for Gemini, because it's still Mercury we're talking about. So on the 12th, Mercury conjoined Mars, quite a tense, energetic day, and quite efficient, intensive communication, but be aware of some, potential for conflict at the same time. On the 17th, Mercury sextile Pluto, so persuasiveness, feeling of personal power. You feel confident and actually able to tackle the day. On the 19th, actually with Mercury opposite Uranus, unexpected events. Quite an electric day when surprises can happen and everything can change, at a drop of hat. So one never knows what to expect in those days. Mercury also trining Neptune, meaning idealistic thinking, inspiration. If you need to get a message across that is a bit shocking perhaps to the audience, you will find the inspired words to do so. On the 20th, great day for communication. You will be in the limelight with the Sun conjunct Mercury. That will put you out there, and people will take notice. On the 22nd, Mercury trining Jupiter and Saturn, forming a grand trine. Great day to have your emotions in balance and have everything in check. Virgo actually likes to have everything in check and under control. And on the 25th, great day for romance with Mercury conjoined Venus. So whatever you need to express, you will express with nice, soft words that will convey the message in a very agreeable and pleasant way. Okay, now for Libra. Libra ruler is Venus, and it's going from Libra actually to Scorpio. It will switch on the 7th in a direct movement. So Venus will be in its own sign of Libra till the 7th, which is a great first week of November for Libras. Great week to enjoy themselves, to experience the best sides of life, the more comfortable, harmonious ones, and a great day to enjoy good relationships with everyone around them. Afterwards, when Venus will go over to Scorpio, it will be matters will shift more with a focus on money issues, and also perhaps self-esteem and values, but especially income. So maybe we'll buy something nice for yourself, Libra. Maybe we'll see a raise. One never knows. With Jupiter in Cancer, Jupiter is making a square to Libra from the 10th house, meaning whatever is career related is favored. Now is the time to aim big. Now is the time to ask for a promotion. Now is the time to, expand your ambition and set plans for the year to come. Saturn Neptune is in the 6th house, meaning perhaps health is not going so well. Maybe you don't feel your usual energetic self. Maybe you need to take care of your diet, of your exercise regimen. Maybe your pets can fall ill as well, because let's not forget that the 6th is the house of small domestic animals. Anyway, these fields needs a bit of working on. Uranus is going from Gemini to Taurus, which means it goes from a trine in the 9th house to going over into the 8th house. So while Uranus is in Gemini, it's making this trine from the 9th. It's great for discovering new travel destinations, for maybe learning new things, expanding on your knowledge, on your beliefs, maybe getting a new diploma, but especially travel, as I see it, because Gemini is a very curious sign, and in the 9th, you are ready to explore the world. When Uranus goes into the 8th, some unexpected issues may arise regarding other people's money. Debts, taxes, insurance. Okay? So have everything covered in these aspects before you get a nasty surprise, just to be on the safe side. Now with Pluto in Aquarius, it's actually making a trine to Libra from the 5th house. And this is basically good because it's the 5th house. And that means hobbies, nice ways to spend time, flirts, romantic affairs, and also kids, and just basically having a good time. But Pluto is still Pluto, and if you get involved in a romantic affair, maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. Maybe you should expect it to be long-lasting and lead to unexpected developments further down the road. With Pluto in the 5th, love will feel quite intense. Maybe some issues will arise concerning your children, if you have children. Maybe, in love, there could be some jealousy issues, perhaps some triangle issues. So it's best to stay away of complicated relationships at this time. The moon will be in Libra from the 15th to the 17th. Great day for Libras to shine and be themselves. And regarding dates, so on the 2nd, Venus is opposing Chiron and squaring Jupiter. This is how we start the month, basically. And it's an important influence because it concerns our emotional relationships. It concerns relationships with people we love the most. And with the opposition to Chiron, it hurts, It hurts because we don't get what we want. We might be hurtful ourselves. We might be, not up to the task. We might feel inferior, perhaps. And but with a square to Jupiter, on the one hand, it expands on this feeling of, irksome feelings of vulnerability, but it can also add a touch of, after all, I believe I can do this. I believe I can overcome this. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. So that helps us remain optimistic. On the 3rd, the 6th, and on the 3rd and the 6th, Venus is making quincunx aspects to Saturn, to Neptune, and to Uranus. So these are adjustment aspects that need to be made. It will feel a bit frustrating. It won't come easily, but there's some work to be done there in order to achieve a new equilibrium. On the 8th, Venus is squaring Pluto. So actually, deep issues of perhaps possessiveness, of deep love feelings as well, are stemming back and are coming back from the past, are coming back from the depths of our heart, and are manifesting themselves again. Perhaps, well, we thought we could manage with the adjustment that we made before, but we see that we're not already there. There's still a lot of work to be done, and we feel it intensely. We feel intensely involved in love matters. On the 15th, a little bit of frustration with the sesquisquare to Saturn. On the 18th, well, some perhaps unrequited love, perhaps some longing that doesn't find a resolution. But on the 19th, we are back to optimism, and we are ready to get out and see people, have a nice social event. We are again in good mutual understanding with our loved ones. On the 26th, also, Venus is forming the Grand Trine, as I said, with Jupiter, Saturn. So it's a great day to express your love feelings. It's a great day to, get along fine with people, basically. On the 30th, some surprises in love matters can occur, because Venus is opposite Uranus, and surprising events on all planes of life for Libra, and for everybody else, surprising events in love. Venus is trining Neptune, so it will be quite a romantic day, nonetheless. And on the 18th, let's not forget that the moon will be conjunct Venus, so it will be a great day for expressing affection, to manifest affection to everyone, to empathy and caring. Very pleasant day overall. Okay, now on to Scorpio. Scorpio has two rulers, actually. The ancient ruler is Mars, and it goes from Scorpio, its own sign, to Sagittarius on the 5th. And the modern ruler, which is Pluto, that is still not moving, or barely moving, in Aquarius. So for Scorpio, it will be a great start of the month, because Mars is in its own sign till the 5th. Great start of the month, lots of energy, lots of determination, lots of action. And with Mars crossing over to Sagittarius, again, a little bit like for Libra, the focus is shifting towards money matters and income, and well, a lot of energy is deployed in order to achieve a better income, gain more, being more valued oneself, perhaps. With Pluto in Aquarius, that means it's a square to Scorpio, and it's a square from the 4th house, which means, well, Scorpios, like Virgos before, are concerned with home matters. Well, home decoration and repairs, perhaps. But with Aquarius, it's more a matter of understanding family relationships, understanding where we come from, understanding how the whole family dynamic works, actually. And there will be quite a bit of trouble because it's still Pluto there. So Pluto will stay there for quite a few years. So I'm not telling you that it's going to happen this month. It's just something you should keep in mind, because perhaps also new beginnings will be there for you with Pluto in the 4th house. 4th house has something to do with new beginnings. And with Pluto there, it's again a bit of a phoenix type of new beginning. We are reborn from the ashes, as I said before. Okay, lots of planets in Scorpio this month. The Sun up till the 23rd, Mars up to the 5th, Venus till the 7th, and Mercury retrograding in Scorpio starting on the 20th of November. So it's a very animated month for Scorpio. Quite a lot of things are coming to the surface, quite a lot of things to be dealt with. And probably, as I said, it will be quite efficiently dealt with, especially the first week of November. Jupiter is making a trine from the 9th house, so great month for travel for Scorpio. Go ahead, take that dream trip. And quite a great month also to get a better understanding of your life philosophy. With Saturn Neptune in Pisces, it's also a trine. So nice aspects, supportive aspects for Scorpio. It's a trine from the 5th house. Okay, it's Saturn Neptune. As I said, not the best combination. And it's the 5th house. So maybe you're not having fun as you used to. Maybe you're not having fun as you wanted to. Maybe you are disappointed in love matters as well. But still there's hope. Saturn Neptune can also stand for an ideal, for an impossible dream that will be able to be achieved once Saturn Neptune cross over into Aries. So don't give up. Uranus is going from Gemini to Taurus, so from the 8th house to the 7th house of Scorpio. So Uranus stirred quite some problems there in the 8th house with problems of money owed or due. And now it's coming onto the 7th house again of Scorpio. It was there these last years. And now Scorpio takes a last, taste of it for another 3 months. And Uranus opposite Scorpio means quite a lot of change in partnerships. Means quite some trouble there with a significant other, with business partners as well. And maybe some breakups can be expected. Maybe also some unexpected unions as well. Let's stay positive. Pluto, as I said, in the 4th house. I mentioned it before. And the moon will be in Scorpio from the 18th to the 19th. So, great day to express yourselves, Scorpio. Now for the dates. Okay, we are looking for dates involving Mars or Pluto. And on the 6th, Mars is sextiling Pluto. Great day for Scorpio. Their two rulers are in harmonious aspect together, working well together. So, quite a lot of power and influence can be exerted that day. On the 8th, Venus is squaring Pluto, so an intense day, sentimentally speaking, quite some strong feelings there, and quite some long-lasting feelings as well. So it's a good day to get involved with someone, to express your commitment. On the 7th, Pluto is semi-square the nodes, and this is a very long-lasting aspect that can involve, disagreement within a group. Maybe you won't fit so well inside the group. Maybe teamwork will be disrupted, but it won't happen, especially on the 7th, as I said. It's an aspect that will last for a year or so. On the 27th, Mars is semi-square Pluto, so quite some friction. This is a tense day that can lead to some conflict potentially. Also, if we look to aspects to and from Mars, on the 12th, Mercury is conjoined Mars, so a good day for communication, but watch out for not being overly forceful, and not stir up useless conflict. On the 4th, Mars is opposing Uranus, so if we consider that Mars is Scorpio ruler as well, quite a disruptive day for Scorpios on the 4th. They don't know what's coming in for them. On the 6th, as I said, Mars sextile Pluto, great day to feel in shape. On the 16th, much less so, because Mars is sesquisquare Chiron, and Aries as well as Scorpio will feel not their usual energetic selves. Much better on the 18th with an aspect from Mars to Jupiter. On the 24th, Mars is squaring the nodes, so perhaps, as I said before, it's a tense aspect to the North Node, meaning conflict within a group. And on the 21st, let's not forget that the Moon is conjunct Mars, so this is quite an energetic day. This is a great day to go out there and pursue your aims. Okay, Sagittarius now. This is a sign that sees so much planetary movement, so quite a lively month for Sagittarius. It's also their birthday month for the beginning of the sign, for the first decan. So happy birthday to you, Sagittarius. Jupiter, Sagittarius ruler, is in Cancer, so Sagittarius is very much concerned with home life, home and family life, with setting down roots perhaps, or coming back to family, maybe visiting family again. Anyway, it's a bit of a homecoming. Huh? So Sagittarius should feel particularly attached to their roots and longing for this security, that they have inside their family circle. With all this animation, though, they won't be able to rest a lot, because Mars is getting into the sign on the 5th, adding up quite some excitement and thirst for action. And Sun and Mercury will also be there from the 23rd and the 20th, respectively, which means lots of communication, new focus, new drive. And let's not forget that Juno is also there in Sagittarius. So everything concerning significant partnerships is also highlighted. So during this month, quite a lot of change to be expected. Jupiter is in Sagittarius' 8th house, which means, well, money matters are also stressed. Perhaps you will receive what's your due, what other people owe you. Perhaps your debts will also be outstanding, so you will need to take care of that. Saturn Neptune is squaring Sagittarius from the 10th. And if I'm not, no, actually from the 4th, I'm sorry, from the 4th. So, okay, there's Jupiter in Cancer, so we long to go back to roots, to family. But this homecoming maybe won't feel so, entirely what was made up to be. Maybe there will be some letdown there. Maybe once back home, you won't feel entirely, at ease. You won't feel in your proper place there. Sagittarius is anyway a sign that doesn't stay long in one place, because there are so many others to explore. Uranus will go from Gemini to Taurus, which means it will go from Sagittarius' 7th house to the 6th. While Uranus is in Gemini, so at the beginning of the month, it's still in the 7th, stirring up some trouble in relationships. So maybe some unexpected partnerships began to enter Sagittarius' life. And now they're taking a step back and reconsider. Actually preparing for Uranus coming back to Gemini after the next 3 months. So the next 3 months is more of a process of reflecting upon partnerships and see what they are prepared to put up with. Uranus in the 6th can bring disruption in everyday life. So everyday routine, whatever felt like routine before, it's no longer standing, it's no longer valid. So the whole schedule needs to be revisited. Pluto is in Aquarius, which is in sextile to Sagittarius from the 3rd house. And from the 3rd house, it means quite forceful communication. So also probable conflict with siblings and neighbors and, close people around you. But also deep learning process. And, deep communication. Whatever, the message there is going to be long-lasting. It's going to be very influential, whatever you say. And the moon is in Sagittarius from the 20th to the 22nd. So those are the days you should aim for to express yourself, Sagittarius. Okay, now for the dates. Aspects to and from Jupiter. On the 2nd, Venus is square Jupiter, which is great. It is great for having fun, having a great time, seeing your family, because Jupiter, as I said, is in Cancer. On the 17th, the Sun is trining Jupiter, so this is a great day for everyone, actually, not only Sagittarius. Great day for traveling, for setting up new projects, for even meeting with people, because it's such a nice, cheerful mood. Gregarious also. What else? On the 22nd, Mercury is trining Jupiter, so nice optimistic day, great for communicating. And on the 26th, Venus is trining Jupiter, so it's a great day to receive a gift, to make gifts to someone, to just have a good time and enjoy life, and also express your feelings. The moon is conjunct Jupiter on the 10th, which is perfect actually for having a good time, for being joyful, for feeling generous, for feeling philosophical as well. And the moon will oppose Jupiter on the 24th, so great feelings overall, a very nice atmosphere overall, but just watch not to go over the top and exaggerate with anything. You can have too much of a good thing. Okay, now on to Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is now in Pisces, and it's retrograde, and it will go direct on the 29th. So some shift in Capricorn way of thinking also. They will they were perhaps more introspective, and they will be still for the most part of the month. But at the very end of November, Saturn is going direct, and so are Capricorns, because finally they see their aim, they see what's in front of them, they see the road, the path to follow, and they go there full speed. There's nothing in the sign of Capricorn in particular right now, but Jupiter in Cancer is in opposition, which means it's in the Capricorn 7th house, which is very favorable for everything concerning, loved ones, significant other, close partnerships. Maybe you can get into a business partnership with someone, which is a very favorable, actually, partnership that can bring a lot of value to your projects. Maybe we'll meet a significant other and start a love relationship that will be also very happy and very good for you, good for your spirits, and it will expand also your worldview. Saturn and Neptune in Pisces are sextile Capricorn from the 3rd, which means perhaps there is some serious thought, but these serious thoughts and ideas are supportive of your aims in life, because it's a sextile actually after all. So it's a good aspect for learning, for expressing yourself also, because people will be aware of your authority and of the fact that you speak from your heart, that you are authentic and inspired, and also that you're serious and committed to whatever you get involved in. Uranus is going from Gemini to Taurus, so from the 6th to the 5th house of Capricorn. With Uranus in the 6th, so there was some disturbance in your daily lives, in your routine life. Perhaps a state of things had come to an end, and now you are forced to adjust a little bit your daily routine. But now it's Uranus is stepping back again in the 5th house, which means you can have fun again. Perhaps a work project is over, and now you can breathe a little bit and relax and have fun and discover new hobbies, perhaps. Or perhaps you are back dating again, or flirting with people, or just having fun with kids, perhaps, if you have any children, which is good news. Pluto in Aquarius is in Capricorn 2nd house, and this can put quite some stress on money issues. But actually, it's good. It's good having Pluto there, because Pluto expands what it touches, and gives lots more perspective, and it can shift things to a higher level, which means your income can visibly expand. Let's not forget that people like Bill Gates have Jupiter Pluto in the 2nd house. It's not for nothing, folks. Okay, the moon will be in Capricorn from the 22nd to 24th. Great days for Capricorns to be authentic, to be themselves. And with regard to specific dates, on the 17th, the Sun is trining Saturn. So a great day to feel in balance, in equilibrium, to receive good news also, because Mercury will be trining Saturn too on the 22nd. On the 26th, Venus is trining Saturn, so a great day for romance, a good day for expressing your loyal, steady feelings for someone, perhaps. Now for not so good days overall, on the 2nd, the Sun is sesqui-square Saturn, so you feel some limitations, maybe you feel blocked in your advancement, in your projects. On the 3rd, Venus is quincunx Saturn, so some adjustments needed in the effect, emotional life. On the 15th, the Venus is sesqui-square Saturn, so some friction, some discontent there. And on the 2nd also, I said already that there were some obstacles there. Moon is conjunct Saturn, Okay, a very serious day. Yeah? A serious day maybe to commit, to make some significant move, but also a day to feel a little bit depressed. So take care and try to take only the positive part of it. Take the seriousness without the depression. Okay, now on to Aquarius. Aquarius has also two rulers. So there's an ancient ruler, which is Saturn, which is right now in Pisces and going direct on the 29th. And the modern ruler, which is Uranus, going from Gemini to Pisces. Okay, so quite a mixed bag for Aquarius right now. With Saturn in Pisces, Aquarius people might feel like they lose a little bit their footing. They lose a little bit of direction because Pisces can be quite confusing for somebody as rational and clear-headed as Aquarius. Luckily, Saturn will turn direct, so some of the confusion will dissipate. They will get out of the fog. On the other hand, Uranus is going retrograde right now. So again, the direction ahead is still not clear. Aquarius people are still in preparation. They are undergoing an inward transformation in order to be able to see clear ahead of them. While Uranus is in Gemini, it's an air sign, so it feels quite comfortable for another air sign as Aquarius. It's great. It's great for partying, having fun, learning new things, discovering new hobbies. For this, it's great. Full steam ahead. But then Uranus is going back into Taurus. And in Taurus, that means it makes a square to Aquarius. It's a square from the 4th house. So unexpected things on the home front, on the home level. Unexpected things at home, maybe breakup of things. Because it's Taurus, so it's material. So whatever is breaking up needs to be fixed as well. Taurus fixes things. It's a very material-oriented influence. Also unexpected things in family, perhaps. Maybe some conflicts as well. This is not always possible to avoid. Pluto is in Aquarius right now, and it exerts a major influence on Aquarius people. Pluto will stay there for, I think, 19 years. This is quite some time. And during these 19 years, Aquarius people will discover their own power. They will discover new perspectives for themselves. They will rehaul their lives altogether. One step at a time. It will not occur all at once. It will take maybe the 19 years to occur. But at the end of this transit, life will not be the same for Aquarius. Jupiter is in Cancer, so it is in Aquarius' 6th house, which means, well, day-to-day life will feel quite nice. They will be able to afford some, well, indulgence. They will be able to afford some rest, making, nice breaks in the middle of work and take some time off to relax. And maybe get a new pet, because Jupiter is expansion, as it's in the 6th house of also small domestic animals. And it's a good influence overall for health matters. That doesn't mean that you should overdo things with food and drink, Aquarius. Saturn Neptune is in Pisces and is in Aquarius' 2nd house, which means maybe finances are not exactly on point. Maybe it's not exactly what you would wish for yourself. There is some, some work to be done before, with Saturn Neptune going together in direct movement in Aries, before this can be resolved. So for the time being, for another 3 months like that, some dissatisfaction will linger concerning money matters. Uranus, as I said, I spoke about Uranus, and the moon will be in Aquarius from the 25th to the 27th. Best days for Uranian people, for Aquarius people, to manifest themselves in a way as eccentric as they please, because I know that they like standing out from the crowd. Now for the best dates, interesting days to say the least, will be the 4th, with Mars opposite Uranus, so quite an accident-prone day, quite a tense day as well, So you should expect the unexpected, as I always say. On the 21st also, the Sun will be opposing Uranus, so quite a hectic day with a lots of change in schedule. And the Moon will be conjunct Uranus on the 6th. This will feel quite electric and well, with lots of restlessness there, and people will discover unexpected aspects of themselves, perhaps, at this time. It will feel quite, well, quite a little bit of anxiety there, to say the least. Also on the 19th with Mars opposite Uranus. So actually all these planets are making oppositions to Uranus. So there's always this tension, this unexpected feeling, this potential for surprises. On the 19th, there will be surprises in communication, so news coming out of nowhere. Let's not forget Mercury is retrograde. And on the 30th, Venus will be opposing Uranus, so the surprises and the unexpected declarations will happen on the love front. So we might just as well express our feelings to someone as we might suddenly detach and maybe initiate a breakup. So it's up to you to see which is which. Finally, going on to Pisces. Okay, so Pisces has also two rulers, the ancient ruler, which is Jupiter in Cancer now, and the modern ruler, which is Neptune, which is in Pisces, retrograde. Okay, so both are in water signs, which is quite favorable for Pisces. So Pisces should feel, at ease with himself, in equilibrium, in harmony with himself. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. So Saturn and Neptune, as I often said, can be quite a dispiriting influence. I'm sorry you have to go through this, Pisces, but it's a bit depressing, all this. It's also a time to reflect on what are your ideals in life, what you want to extract out of life, so to speak. Because right now they are both in retrograde movement, and when they turn direct, it will be time to go after it, to try to accomplish what you desire in life. So take your time during this month to reflect on all that, to have your aims clear, and then it will be time to go ahead and get it. Jupiter is in Cancer, and it is trining Pisces from the 5th house. This is a very nice influence. It's nice for having a good time, to be more sportsy perhaps than usual, more active, create new hobbies for yourself, go out and get on a date and see new people and flirt a little bit and maybe get engaged in love relationships as well. Uranus is going from Gemini to Taurus, so it goes from a square to Pisces, from the 4th house to the 3rd house in Taurus. So the month starts off with some unexpected happenings at home, on the home front. Maybe some unexpected news, maybe some unexpected, contracts to sign, some dealings with real estate. But then with Uranus in Taurus in the 3rd house, afterwards, it's going to be unexpected communication. So maybe you'll learn something unexpected, maybe concerning your siblings or, close circle, maybe your neighbors. And well, communication overall is going to be a bit abrupt. So watch out, try not to offend people. Try also to be a bit less nervous, because Uranus there in the 3rd house can be quite a nerve-wracking influence. Pluto is in the 12th house of Pisces in Aquarius. So Pluto is still there in the subconscious, so to speak. Maybe some deeply rooted influences from childhood are coming up to the surface, maybe in your dreams. Maybe they can be represented as phobias in one's life. And you would be well advised to try to reflect on yourself and try to become aware of this. Try to find out where they stem from, so these problems can be dealt with. The moon will be in Pisces from the 27th to the 29th. So nice day to be empathic, caring, as you always are, actually, Pisces. As to the specific dates, so Mars will be trining Neptune on the 4th, a nice energetic day for Pisces, and nice, inspired, and and caring day for everyone else. On the 19th, Mercury will be trining the Neptune, so this is the day to carry a message through, because Mercury is in good aspect to your ruler. On the 29th, the moon is conjunct the nodes in Pisces, so a great day to be with friends and enjoy a day out perhaps with friends. And on the 30th, the Venus is trining Neptune, so a great day for romance. Soft lights, soft music, candlelit dinner, as I say, and go ahead and trust in yourself, because you will be well accepted if you make an offer, a love offer in that day. Okay, so this is more or less what I had to tell you for this month. It took quite some time because it's a very busy month, as I said. So lots of shifts are going on. We will see shifts in all aspects of life. It will be interesting to watch, to say the least. And quite unexpected also. We will all comment perhaps at the end of the month. I will leave you to comment how it went for you. I will also try to drop a note to say how it happened for me as well. So watch out, take care, and I will see you again for the next week's forecast tomorrow. Bye bye and take care.